Hello and welcome to this video. Today is a very gloomy day. It actually was thunderstorming a little bit. It wasn't raining, but it was super cloudy, very moody, and I enjoy watching the lightning bolts and just like the gray clouds passing by. And I just felt inspired to just make this video of plants that I've killed in the past and plants that I do not recommend to anyone. And I know I had the generic like LED pink light behind me, but I'm digging it and I know why people do it, so I wanted to give it a shot. Alright, so first plant that I've killed is a money tree. This plant that I currently have is actually my third money tree, and the reason why I haven't been able to keep it alive in the past is because there's a lot of different reasons, but I think it's because I gave it too much sun and it just kept getting crispy on me. You will notice throughout this video that crispiness and browning will be the main issue as to why these plants have given me problems in the past. So when I first got my money tree, I placed it on this windowsill that gets the brightest light throughout the year, but the most direct sunlight in the summer season. And I thought money trees like that from the research that I've done, but no, it just kept getting brown, and slowly but surely each leaf was falling off because it was getting so dry. And I did not want to give up on this plant because it's just too gorgeous and I just love the braided stem. So the second time, did I buy this plant twice or once? Okay, I think I bought, I think this is the third one. The second time, I don't think I learned from the first mistake, and I still placed it near this window, and again, it just got crispy on me. But now, and then at this point, I think I got this when I first started working at the plant shop, and I was like, okay, let's pull it back this time. Which at first I was worried that it wouldn't get enough sunlight in the other windowsill, and as you can tell, she is thriving. She is flourishing. She loves the very indirect sunlight that the windowsill gets over there. And I was so shocked and surprised. I also thought it needed more humidity because I missed it the second one, but it got crispy. So she actually doesn't need that much humidity. Just average household humidity is fine. And just, yeah, I think the main takeaway for me for this plant is to just pull it back from direct sunlight, give it medium, maybe even low indirect light, and it should do very nice for you. The next plant that I've killed is a Pothos. Yes, the good old reliable vining plant, the devil's ivy, the devil's eye, the Pothos. I think it was a golden Pothos that I got first, and I overwatered it. Plus, I didn't pot it in the proper pot. When I went to go get it, I think they potted it too small, or they didn't tell me that I should have gone up a size. And yeah, I definitely think I overwatered it the first time because the stems were getting like mushy, and it just was like wilted. It would not perk up. And I just kept giving it more water, and I just threw it out. And then the second time I bought it, it was actually a beautiful, luscious basket. It was very long, not like super long, but like at least 2 feet of trailing vines. And I went away for a month and left it for my partner to look after. I told him, oh, just water it once a week. I came back and it was dry. I was like, how much have you watered this plant? And he's like, honestly, I forgot about it. And I was like, you forgot about it? It's hanging right there. But, you know, I couldn't get mad at him because I also didn't give him enough instruction, and I was also fairly new at plants. I just wanted a long, luscious basket, and it just got dry. But now, the Pothos that I have currently, she went through some shit. So this is her now. In the previous videos when I spoke about this plant, she was in a white basket and I briefly introduced you to her in this new brown one. But she looks luscious and full and, whoa, and long and green and beautiful, right? But no, if I had not chopped off the infected stems, she would be longer than this and be more full than this. Look at how naked she is back here. Reason being is she had some kind of fungus infection, and I think it was due to inconsistent watering. Plus also I'm kind of getting skeptical of this eco-friendly, eco-made pot that kind of looks like cork, but it's not, you know, it's still like, it's not porous, but it looks like cork. But I think I'm very skeptical of this material. But I repotted her because all of a sudden she kept getting a bunch of yellow leaves with these tiny brown dots, and even now, like, there are still a couple leaves with some of these really tiny brown dots, and I at first thought it was like a pest, or that was like spider mice or something, but I didn't notice any little bugs on it, I didn't see any webbing, but I was like, these yellow leaves are just coming out like 5 at a time with these mini, like so many brown spots, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And so I did more research on it, and basically, yeah, like I said, I think it's just due to inconsistent watering. And so I repotted her. I poured the 3% hydrogen peroxide on it, and I bought this fungicide spray, sprayed her down every 2 weeks. I've only had to do it twice on her, and I've chopped off all of the like infected vines, and after doing all of that, she has stopped producing the yellow leaves. I just think she just has some like leftover like scarring maybe from the brown spots, but other than that, it's been pretty tame. And yeah, I'm just like so scared that it's just gonna blow up again, and that I'll have to chop her off again, because I was so sad when I had to chop some of the vines off, which I have them propagating in this mason jar right here. Oh, please don't fall. I have them all right here, and most of them are literally just naked vines because I did not want to throw them away. I'm very determined to propagate these, root them, and put them back into the pot to restore her fullness. But some of them still has some leaves, but like I said, most of them are just naked vines. And this one is actually sprouting a new leaf. Some of them are actually, yeah, they're doing well again, and I just really can't wait to put them back into the pot. The next plant that is on this list is an ivy. By the way, the first 2 plants that I've mentioned, even though I've killed them in the past, I would actually recommend the money tree and the pothos to other people. It's just my lack of knowledge about them had killed them, and they're not finicky at all. But the rest of the plants that I'll be talking about are most definitely the plants I will never recommend to anyone in my life or anyone I meet on the streets, because they are just not for me. English ivies. I hate them so much. Again, dryness is a big issue with me. Even though I have a humidifier, even my calatheas are doing okay. But when I brought home an ivy, it was a luscious basket, and I was so excited. I bought it after my second pothos died, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give that plant a break. Let me try this hanging basket. I thought it was really cute. You know, the leaves look like stars to me. And I think I absolutely just scorched it, and I did not know that they appreciated a little bit of humidity. So it just, within I think a week, it just started getting so crispy. Not even brown. The leaves just would shrivel up and wrinkle up so fast, and I was like, what the hell is going on? I didn't even bother to do research about it and on how to save it, because it was already like 90% crispy and stiff, and I just tossed it. It was not looking well, and never again. I have a friend who has this beautiful, luscious, like juicy green ivy basket that is super long, and she recommends it to people, and I'm like, girl, what is your secret? Because I also heard they're spider mite magnets, and she's like, I've never had any problems with pests with mine. Mine is doing so well. It's not humidity sensitive at all. And I'm like, girl, you must have like a beautiful, like magical apartment, because she's that one friend that in my group that has over 100 plants, and I'm just like, girl, say no more. You do you with your ivy. It's not for me. Next plant, I despise this plant I'm going to tell you, and it's any kind of palm, parlor palms, majesty palms, you name it. I will never ever bring home a palm into my life ever again, nor will I gift it to a friend, because I just hate it so much. Similar with the ivy, no matter what I do, no matter how much humidity I give it, even as much humidity as I give to my calatheas, no matter how many times I try to mist it, kept the soil as evenly moist as I could, I just don't know what about them, what about me, makes them just get brown so fast and so crispy. I just take a shot every time I say crispy, because that's just like, I don't know how else to explain it. They just get so crunchy, and I just give up after. If the plant becomes more than 50% crunchy, or even more than 40%, I'm gonna toss it, because there's no way that I have the ability to bring it back. My dog is gonna freak out. She hates thunderstorms. And I will hurry up and make this video so I can tend to her. Okay, I'm loving this, but she hates it. So yes, parlor palms, don't get it. As when I worked in a plant shop, by the way, I quit, everyone, my higher ups would be like, yeah, don't get palms, okay? I recently brought home a majesty palm, and within a week it got really crispy, because I thought, oh, I have a lot of plants now. I know a lot more about how to take care of palms. I'll give it its proper humidity, and wow. So I brought home my majesty palm. Within 4 days at least, the leaf was just engulfed by dryness, and it even had a new growth point. It was like this entire time, and only just like the tip unfurled a little bit. And within those 4 days, the little tip that came out got brown, and it got crunchy. And I just wanted to wait it out before I chopped the big crispy leaf off to see if the new growth would at least unfurl a little bit more. I kept my eye on it, tried misting it. Okay, I need to finish this video because I'm loving the vibes right now, but yeah. It was not, I gave it 2 weeks. It was completely brown, and nothing was salvageable, so I had to toss it. No palms. And my next plant that also gave me crispy, crunchy problems is a bird's nest fern. Any type of bird's nest fern. Every time I brought it home, I tried to do what I did with the money tree, which was like pulling it back from this bright northwest facing window and just putting it in the more shady windowsill. It still kept getting crispy on me, and I'm like, if a plant requires more humidity than a calathea, which I think they do, like they prefer a higher level humidity, then I'm not gonna have it. Calatheas are the plants where I'm gonna stop at in terms of needing humidity and stuff. And I believe that the bird's nest fern needs at least like 70% humidity. I don't know. Again, some people out there might be like, my bird's nest fern is thriving and it's in like average household humidity. I don't know. My luck with those, like parlor palms, I'm just done with it. I don't recommend it to anyone at all. They just get too crunchy on me too fast. Wow, look at this lighting. Am I a YouTuber yet? Okay, and finally, the last plant that I'm going to mention that I won't recommend, well, depends on which kind, but also that I will never bring back into my home, are succulents. And I'm talking specifically about like the ones that look cute and colorful, like the Echeveria Lolas or like the Burroughs Tail. No, 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 no. I brought 3 little succulents home in a little ceramic like cup like this. Exactly like this. I don't think I put lava rocks in them when I potted them in here. And I did not know that they needed so much sunlight or direct sunlight, because everyone says that succulents are easy to take care for, right? No, 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 no. You need at least 4 to 6 hours of sunlight, and they need to be in a pot with drainage because they can rot very easily if you're not careful with watering. So I put them in the dark windowsill thinking like, oh my god, they're gonna just be so cute just like sitting here. They're not like snake plants, Annie. They're not snake plants or ZZ plants. I didn't even know about snake plants and ZZ plants before I bought those succulents. And I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a breeze. They're gonna be so cute. They shriveled up and got wrinkly and like fell over to the side within like 4 days because of the lack of sunlight, and I also think I was overwatering them. So now the only succulent that I have in my home right now is this little Haworthia or zebra plant. I believe and I will advocate for this plant to everyone who wants a succulent. I don't know why I put succulents in air quotes. It is a succulent. These are just the most reliable succulent. I'm gonna just stop saying that word. This is the most reliable one that I've ever experienced with. It's not even in a pot with drainage. I did add lava rocks to it. It's in cacti mix, so in a well-draining soil. And I've only been watering it maybe once every 2 weeks. It gets a lot of that golden hour light right now on this windowsill, and it's getting a lot of new growth points. It even grew a little bit taller ever since I got it. But if you want a succulent, please don't start off with the really cute, colorful ones that look like flowers. Stuff like this, like the Haworthia, they are just as beautiful, and they will grow up in like the tall part, the leafy part of the pineapple. They will grow like that, and it's really beautiful. Even when they're sun stressed, I saw a customer bring a sun stressed Haworthia in, and it was like just this beautiful, like deep burgundy color. And although that isn't good for the plant, it makes the color just like so beautiful. And a very underrated plant. Wow, the lighting dramatically changed because it is pouring. Let me show you. Yep. There's the rain. Thank you for watching this video. If I've mentioned a plant that you have that is actually flourishing for you, I applaud you. And please give me any tips that you have down in the comments below for those plants, because although I've said that I will never bring these plants in, who knows, in the future I might give it another chance, but in the near future I don't see myself having any of these plants again. I will see you in my next video. Bye!